been a heck of a trip through the Giants rotation, working deep into games, putting up zeros and limiting damage, doing everything to bring home a victory. 5 starters feeding off each other. The result is a 3-game winning streak. Now it's back to where it started. On the hill tonight for the Giants, their ace, Madison Bumgarner. Giants D-backs next. We've got Tuesday night baseball here at AT&T Park. Another cool night as we get ready for Game 2 of this 3-game series, Giants D-backs. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi, and everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants have won 3 straight. They beat the D-backs last night. They picked up a game in the standings. So what do you do tonight? Well, you hand the ball to your ace, Madison Bumgarner. So Bumgarner on the hill.
Well, Madison Bumgarner's coming back off of one of his best starts of the year that he had against the Mets in New York. So he's coming in here with a lot of confidence. Plus, this is an Arizona team that he always seems to pitch well against. His opponent tonight is also throwing great ball. Clay Buchholz in his last 4 starts, 3-1 with a 1.66 ERA. So it figures to be all about pitching, and it figures to be all about defense. And I think that's the key tonight. The team that catches the ball the best is going to win this game.
Belt and Panic back in the lineup as they will anchor the right side of the infield. All right, stay tuned. We'll take you to Willie Mays Plaza. You see the fellas. That's what we'll do for an update right after this.
Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. By Jack in the Box. Try something different, like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls. Only at Jack in the Box for a limited time. And by SoFi, a modern finance company.
A little Tuesday night stroll to Willie Mays Plaza to catch a game. The Giants coming up big last night with a W, cutting their deficit in the NL West. They'll continue to try and chip away at the first place Arizona Diamondbacks this evening, game 2 of this 3-game series. It'll start shortly. Welcome back to our broadcast, everybody. I'm Amy Gutierrez. And tonight we continue to search for the most memorable moment in Giants baseball over the past 60 years since the team has been in the Bay Area. Once again, we need your participation, so get ready to vote. Here are your choices. Is it Game 5, 2014 NLCS, Michael Morse with a pinch hit home run to tie the game, and then Travis Ishikawa shutting the door with a walk-off home run? John Miller has the call.
One pitch. Swing. There's a high drive down the left field line, looking toward the corner. Goodbye! It's tied up, and Michael Morris hits the long ball that Bruce Bochy was hoping he'd hit. Here it comes. Swing. There's a drive deep into right field, way back there. Goodbye! A home run for the game and for the pennant. The Giants have won the pennant, and Travis Ishikawa is being clobbered by his teammates as he comes down the third base line, and he is mobbed at home plate. It's Travis Ishikawa.
All right, hard to imagine there's a better moment, but this one might be 2012 World Series Game 3. Timmy Lincecum. It gets freaky, guys, because he comes out of the bullpen and he gives the Giants 2 1/3 innings. He gave up no hits. He walked 1. He struck out 3. It was a 2-0 victory over Detroit. Oh my goodness, I do not envy this vote. Here's how you do it. You're going to go to NBCSportsBayArea.com, or you can vote on Twitter at NBCSGiants, and the winner of this round, it's going to be announced on Giants Postgame Live later this evening. Make sure to check it out, but right now you need to get ready because Mad Bum is on the mound. Crew and Kipe have the call. We've got lineups, we've got first pitch. It's all coming your way.
Game Time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Hey, the boardwalk is open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for park hours. It's a cool night. Another one, 62 degrees. See the winds and the humidity, and it's going to be a clear night. The first place Diamondbacks, and this is their lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be John Jay, who hits the Giants well, also Bumgarner well, followed by Pollock, Goldschmidt, and Escobar. Souza will hit in the 5th spot, and it's Ahmed, Marte, and Mathis, and hitting 9th will be Clay Buchholz.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the 4-time All-Star, the 6'4", 250-pound, 29-year-old left-hander, Madison Bumgarner. This is what he has done in 15 starts, 5-5 with a 2.88 ERA, coming off a great outing in New York when he went 8 strong against the Mets, struck out 8, gave up 1 run. When he's going good, you're going to see a fastball that's low 90s. He'll cut the ball. He has a slider, curveball, and a changeup. Lifetime against this Diamondbacks team, 10-11, and with a 2.58 ERA, and that's 202 lifetime innings against the club from Arizona. And what do you say we take a look at the defense playing behind Bumgarner tonight, starting in the Giants outfield from left to right. It'll be Slater, Duggar, and McCutchen. Good arms across the board. Crawford, Longoria there on the left side. Panik and Belt on the right side. And Nick Hundley, he'll be in the squat, putting down the signs.
So here's John Jay as he's ready to step up. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way. And it's a call strike. So John Jay hitting at 282 with 3 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Drives this one into left center field, but Duggar's there waiting, and that's how this game gets started. And here's Pollock. Stay in that light colored area, kid. That's your ground.
That's your ground, kid.
Jay, by the way, in the game yesterday was 3 for 4. So here's Pollock, who came in as a pinch hitter and went 0 for 1 in the game last night, game which the Giants won 2-0. Here's the pitch, and Bumgarner starts him off with a strike.
Kind of a calm night tonight. Not a lot of wind that you normally see here yet. That could pick up, but right now the ball will carry to right field, and that's rare early in a ball game on a 7:15 start.
On the ground to Crawford. Crawford to Belt. 2 down.
Time for Thrive inside the numbers. Giants history, most games with no walks and 8+ strikeouts since 1893. Well, when current mound distance was established, that's 60 feet 6 inches. Madison Bumgarner 23 times. Juan Marichal 19. Samardzija 10. Christy Mathewson 9. And Matt Cain 9 times. And that's your Thrive inside the numbers.
Here's Goldschmidt. Shark watching, and the pitch, and Goldschmidt offering at the first pitch, fouls it out of play.
That man making a play, brought his glove. Not a bad.
Goldschmidt went 0 for 3 last night, and he did draw a walk. 0-2.
We promised you a good fan catch, and we give you a good fan catch. Had to go leave his feet for that one. Kind of took it away from that guy behind him, but hey.
Hey, what's in front of you is yours.
It's all yours. You brought your glove. Have at it.
Goldschmidt, 63 at bats against Bumgarner with 21 hits. He's got 5 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs. I guess it means one thing: Bumgarner's not afraid of him. Down low, 2-2. The Diamondbacks are a game up on the Rockies, who are playing in Anaheim tonight. The D-backs have lost 3 of 4. And they're 72 and 59. The 2-2 pitch. Got him. And a 9-pitch inning for Madison Bumgarner. McCutchen, Panic, Longoria coming up. Lines it'll be McCutchen, Panic, and Longoria. Belt back in the lineup, followed by Crawford and then Slater. Duggar, see what he's done over the last 8 home games. Hundley will hit 8th and Bumgarner 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Diamondbacks will be the right-handed veteran Clay Buchholz. Buchholz, 33 years of age, 6'3", 195-pounder. He's in his 12th year at the big league level. This is what he has done in 13 starts. Really, they got him off the scrap heap, and he's been a great find. 7-2 with a 2.25 ERA. Last 4 starts, 3-1 with a 1.66 ERA. You're going to see a lot of command with a fastball. It's the low 90s. He'll 2-4 seam. A lot of cutters that he'll throw on both sides of the plate. He got a good curveball that he'll throw on both sides of the plate and a changeup. Anything at any time.
And the guy at the plate's got some ownage on him. 4 for 7 with a double and a home run. And the pitch. And it's a strike at the knees. Called by Adrian Johnson. It's Blazer, Gibson, and Gorman from first to third.
Adrian Johnson, a low ball umpire. And he can be tight early in the game, but if you throw strikes, he'll loosen up. But he likes the low pitch.
And a bit high. McCutchen overall at 254. And he hooks this one foul. And it's 1-2. Last night for McCutchen, 1 for 3, drew a walk. Only 9 hits in the game last night. 5 for the D-backs, 4 hits for the Giants. Overshift is on, and the 1-2. Tap slowly foul to Ron Wotus, who's going to let this one roll by him.
And let our ball dude, Ben Peckner, come in and make the play. Mike Peckner over at first base. Oh yeah, old school.
In tight, 2-2. Every time I see Mike Peckner down at first, it always looks like he's borrowed somebody's shoes.
Yeah, they're right. 4 sizes too big. We love you, Mike.
3-2. Yeah. I mean, if you forget your shoes, you got to borrow somebody's, right?
Yeah.
So he borrowed belts.
Size 15.
Yes.
Just stuff the toe. Toilet paper, it works.
3-2. And a shot on the ground off the back end of Marte, and McCutcheon's aboard.
Let's take a look at that defense that the Diamondbacks will employ tonight behind Buckles. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Jay, Pollock, and Souza. The best arm in right field with Souza. Ahmed and Escobar on the left side of the infield. Marte and Goldschmidt on the right side. And Jeff Mathis, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Panic. Joe hitting .246, 4 home runs, 19 driven in. And that part of being a ball dude, though, you got to be able to take it.
You have to come to expect it if you're a ball dude.
Yeah, I mean, we watched that from the first day they showed up at Candlestick. It's part of the deal.
There's Ben. He's a Wilson guy.
Outside to Panic. 1 ball and no strikes.
Buckles not an easy guy to steal off of. He's pretty quick out of the stretch. And Mathis, Jeff Mathis, the catcher for the D-backs, he's got a very good arm. So you steal a base tonight against Arizona, you have to earn it.
And an off-speed pitch and a called strike.
You're not going to see Buckles give in to too many straight fastball challenges behind in the count. I mean, he's going to come at you with changeups or curveballs or cutters.
McCutcheon with his lead. And Panic takes low for a teaser.
That's not that far away height-wise from Adrian Johnson's strike zone. Chris Stratton last night was fabulous.
Yeah, this is the fun day, right?
Oh, come to ball yard after a win, nothing better for a starting pitcher.
"13 steals for Andrew McCutcheon.
Yeah, the boys in the studio were talking about Giants. Their last 9 attempts, they are 9-0 as a team stealing bases.
Buckle slowing things down. Now McCutcheon got a great jump, and if Panic could have recognized it, he may have taken the pitch, and McCutcheon would have stolen that base standing up.
That was one of the best jumps all year. I mean, he was 6 steps into his takeoff before Buckles got rid of the ball.
And when you're running, after you've taken that peak, you kind of want to yell, "Don't swing, don't swing."
You see, hasn't allowed a stolen base in his last 132 innings.
So we'll see what happens now. 2-2. On the ground, a double play ball. Isn't that how it works? 2 down.
Time now for our BioFreeze moment, powered by BioFreeze. Cool the pain. And last night, Chris Stratton, 8 shutout innings, 117 pitches, his longest outing as a big leaguer. Career high in innings and in pitches with 117. And boy, was he good. And that's our BioFreeze moment.
Here's Longoria. Quite the history between these two guys, Longoria and Buckholz. 12 for 56 with 6 doubles and a home run. And a high breaking ball, 2-0. And into center field, but it's right at Pollock. And with the help of a double play, a 15-pitch inning for Clay Buchholz. Second inning coming up.
Designed for the grind that comes through every time. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
And the first pitch is wide. 0-0. Bumgarner pitching to Escobar, then Souza, and then Nick Ahmed. And a strike. Escobar 1 for 5 lifetime against Madison Bumgarner. Mike mentioned earlier 1-1 this year against the D-backs. 10-11 lifetime. Fouls this one out of play. 1-2. This is the time of the year where if you're the Diamondbacks, even the Giants, you are definitely watching the scoreboard.
It's time. It really is the fun time of the year.
Line drive right at Crawford. Out of his glove, he picks it up, and it's not going to be in time. Let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, Chris Stratton pitched the game of his life last night, 8 shutout innings. That is the longest start of his career. I spoke to him today about working with Forever Giant Ryan Vogelsong and how Vogie helped get him back on track. The two met in Nashville after Stratton had been optioned for the second time this season. Chris admitted he was very frustrated, his mechanics offline, and he could just not figure things out. Vogie went up to him and said, "Hey, we have similar mechanics. Try this tweak that I used to do when I needed to get back on track." Chris said it worked and everything just clicked. He said he was relieved physically because he was back on track, but he was really relieved emotionally. Lots of props to Ryan Vogelsong, guys.
Here's the pitch to Souza, and it's high, 1-0.
Well, and mentally, and emotionally, I mean, you grind so hard when you're going bad. You doubt yourself so hard when you're going bad. You wonder if you're ever going to get it back. And then when you get it back, It's the greatest feeling in the game. When you get your body back. And you play this game long enough, it happens to everybody.
So 2-0 to Souza, who's only had 3 lifetime at bats against Bumgarner, 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike.
One thing about Bumgarner watching these last couple starts, I mean, he's really had a lot of swing and misses on that breaking ball.
Nope, a little flinch by the home plate umpire, Adrian Johnson, but a ball, 3-1. I originally heard base hit, and now have they changed that to an error?
It has been changed to an error.
Little pop up out to Panic, and Panic will make the play.
Take a look at the play that was ruled a hit and then changed to an error.
Well, just sometimes you blame your glove.
It could have been a knuckleball too. I mean, it's coming at you at 104 miles an hour, and if there's no spin on it, and if it's knuckling at you, it's not an easy play.
Here's Nick Ahmed, and a healthy rip.
You miss those 100-mile-an-hour knuckleballs getting hit at you?
I didn't like the knuckleballs, but I figured if I couldn't hit line drives, I was going to catch them all. On the ground to Crawford. Crawford's going to shuffle and get Escobar at second.
Nice play.
The easy play is to go to first. The right play is to go to second.
Well, you keep that runner out of scoring position. The pitcher appreciates that. But this is not a guarantee. It's got to be a quick release, and it's got to be a perfect throw. Just a little quick flip. Perfect. Right to the letters on the chest of Joe Panic.
Marte hitting at 248. Did not get into the game last night. Had a day off. 10 home runs. 45 runs batted in. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes with Jeff Mathis on deck. Yes, the no fun zone. And that should be a base hit. It is. And Duggar's going to wisely throw the ball to second. And it's first and third with 2 outs. And the hitter's going to be Mathis.
Let's take a look at the pitch. It's our pitch cast brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. A little fastball jams Marte. It's kind of a teaser too, because Duggar's got a pretty good arm and he's very accurate with it, but if you make that throw and you allow that back runner to move up in the scoring position, then it's not a good play. So he opts wisely.
Mathis has got a little bit of ownage on Bumgarner. 3 for 6. Hey, it's her birthday.
It's her birthday. It's her birthday.
And a healthy rip. It's 0-2.
With an open base and a pitcher on deck, Bumgarner can be very, very selective in the location he throws to. Similar situation last night's ball game, and the Patrick Corbin, the pitcher for the Diamondbacks, pitched to Steven Duggar, hit a 2-run homer, and that was the difference in the game. Clay Buchholz, the pitcher on deck for the Diamondbacks, is not a good hitting pitcher.
So 1-2 to Jeff Mathis. Got him, and now we're in the inning. Belt to lead things off.
Your #1 choice for tool and equipment rental with 19 stores to serve you in Northern California.
Buster Posey Sox are finally here on Sunday the 2nd. The series concludes with Posey Sox for the first 20,000 fans, presented by Toyota. Buy directly from the Giants at sfgiants.com. Here's Belt to lead things off. Belt, Crawford, and Slater against Clay Buchholz. That's the area we would be in if we were hungry.
Yeah, a lot of good food out there.
Swinging at him here.
Crazy Crabs always seems to have the largest line, but Chowder House, Anchor Grill, they're all good. Bayside Brews, can't go wrong.
Belt on the ground, foul. It's 0-2. Crawford on deck, and then Slater, second inning. Belt gets hit.
In an 0-2 count. That's a mistake. Second inning in a row, the Giants have had the leadoff runner on.
Well, when you got the Bitker shoes on, you're going to get hit. I'm sorry.
The Peckner shoes. Well, it just seemed to glance off of his left foot. When you're a pitcher and you have an 0-2 count, you throw a curveball and you hit a guy like that, you are fried.
Here's Crawford. The ball's in 1 strike. Crawford hitting at .262 with 12 home runs, 49 runs batted in.
Bruce Lee tribute night here at the ballpark.
Up the middle, under the glove of Ahmed.
That's rare. When Ahmed gets close with his glove, it usually gets caught. Very good shortstop. So I think they're ruling this a fielder's choice and an error on Ahmed.
Can't be a fielder's choice.
Just repeating the call, that may get changed too.
Well, I'm sounding like John. I'll stop.
We'll wait and see how this thing works its way out.
Here's Slater. Slater at .278, a home run, 14 driven in. And a curveball for a strike. Slater has only faced Buchholz twice in his career. He's 0 for 2. Out of play, 0-2. With Duggar on deck. A rally for free so far for the Giants here in the second. So Slater now in the protect mode. Double play ball. And it's 6-4-3. So back-to-back innings. The Giants hit into a double play.
Well, we have to ask you, how far would you go for a Togo? Brought to you by Togo's Pretzel Ramen. Last night, Steven Duggar, he was the offense, a 2-run bolt off of Patrick Corbin, his first one hit here at AT&T in his career. Hit it 107 miles per hour, the hardest ball that he's hit all year, and he hit it 383 feet. That's our Togo's Pretzel Ramen.
So Belt is at third with 2 outs. And a strike, and it's 0-1. Start hitting fastballs out, you're not going to see fastballs for a while. His only other home run in his career is off of Buchholz. Out into Triple's alley. Souza way out there, and he makes the catch. And that is going to end the inning. Duggar just voted for bullpens out in right center field.
2014 on this date 4 years ago. Against the Rockies, Yusmeiro Petit broke the Major League record for most consecutive batters retired. Petit struck out Charlie Culberson to set the new mark at 46 straight. Mark Burley held the previous top spot at 45, set in 2009. And Petit gave up a double to the very next hitter. It was the Rockies pitcher, Jordan Lyles. And that's our Coors Light refreshing finish.
Here's Buchholz, a 0-0 ball game. And Buchholz takes a strike. One for 25. And a bunt attempt, and he misses. It's 0-2. Top of the order, John Jay on deck.
Well, this was the bonus when you had a strikeout against Mathis to end things in the second inning. You got to lead off right there with Buchholz. Got him.
Well, start your Labor Day weekend off with a bang and post-game fireworks presented by Alltech Lansing on Friday the 31st. It'll be the Giants and the Mets Labor Day weekend. Buy directly from the Giants at sfgiants.com. Hole number 40.
Yeah, he's got the barnyard stroll going.
Yes, he does. Here's John Jay, who lined out to Duggar, and he takes a strike.
Yeah, he walks like a left-hander.
Chopped to Belt. Belt will get to the bag quickly. 2 outs. And here's A.J. Pollock. Pollock rolled out to Crawford in the first inning. And a strike at the knees. Bumgarner with 33 pitches. Struck well into center field, but Duggar has got room, and that's going to end the inning in 8-pitch inning for Bumgarner. Hundley, Bumgarner, McCutcheon coming up. No score.
include a Giants blanket, admission to a post-game concert featuring Phil Wickham, and hear from players about how faith has played a role in their lives. Need a ticket? Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Here's Hundley. Buckholz to Hundley and a curveball down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Hundley at 235 with 9 home runs. He's got 30 runs batted in. And he shoots this one on the ground to third, and Escobar stays with a tricky hop, and he throws him out. John Miller's here. He'll join Mike for innings 4, 5, and 6. As I'll head over to the KNBR side. There's Dave Fleming on assignment. Here's Bumgarner. Bumgarner told me at the batting cage yesterday that he had a pretty good idea how Buckholz was going to pitch him. And he was going to go accordingly.
Okay, he's going to be up there. He's thinking about one thing. Doubtful he's going to look for a fastball. And old Snot Rockets here. Huge Madison Bumgarner fan.
He said he was going to go after somebody in the Giants dugout with the bat.
Well, he is going to have to put a little more pine tar on the bat. That gives you an idea of just how light a grip Bumgarner, like most good hitters, will put on the bat.
Just outside, it's 1-2. McCutchen on deck. 1 out here in the third. Got him.
Bumgarner not in agreement with that little cutter. Just taking out that outside corner. First strikeout of the night for Buckholz. They set a wide target, and
that's a joke.
Definitely a pitcher strike.
8 inches off the plate is a pitcher strike.
Well, that's what I would call it, or a gift.
Or how about a bad call?
Well, we try to be a bit more diplomatic here.
Here's McCutchen, and he takes a called strike. McCutchen singled in the first inning.
And right now, Buckholz knows that there's opportunity on that outside corner to right-handers, and he is just pounding it with cut and backdoor sinkers. Basically Xing that outside corner with the 2 different types of movement. Just stay out there all night long.
Strike.
Well, Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine would argue that it is. All night long. Now you've seen 2 different pitches that have been 2-seam fastballs. Now he'll go back to the cutter. Stay in that outside corner. Now he's got to get in the strike zone. See how the Diamondbacks play McCutchen. That's our StatCast AI powered by AWS. Play to pull. You know, they play to pull and then they're pitching away. A completely pitch away from the defense. Oh well.
Pulled on the ground, foul.
held it long enough.
Panic would hit if McCutcheon reaches here in the third. So here's Panic.
Well, you talk about the ownage that McCutcheon had against Buckholz. I mean, that's kind of course management right there. If you're Buckholz, and don't let the hot hand beat you. No score in the game. You know he's got power. You know he sees you well.
Panic rolled into a double play in the first. Drives this one into right center field. That's a base hit. Pollock cuts it off. Panic's going for two. He better hurry. And he missed him.
We think the way that Nick Ahmed looked into the Diamondbacks dugout, it leads you to believe he may have caught a piece. The Diamondbacks going to look at it.
Maybe on the helmet.
He may have got the helmet. They're going to look at it. I think they feel that there was a touch made right on the ear flap on the right side of the helmet of Joe Panic. This replay review is presented by Xfinity. Pollock has a very good, accurate arm. A one hopper. Really can't tell from that angle.
Yeah, we got him on the ear.
I think this is going to be inning over.
Yep. Yeah, you can see his head move. Giants fans don't recognize this on the board here, so when they overturn this, they're going to be upset. But he is out.
However, it's New York, and we've been wrong before, and right now we hope we are. Ryan Gorman, the crew chief on your right. Trip Gibson on your left. He was the umpire that made the call out at second base.
And that'll end the inning. John Miller will be in. I'll see you back here in the seventh. It's 0-0.
All about it. My Hall of Fame pal, John Miller, welcome.
All right, thank you. And we've got a matchup. It's not exactly like it was with DeGrom last Thursday. DeGrom, who is a leading candidate for the Cy Young Award, but for the time that he's been pitching this year, Buchholz has been Cy Young Award-like. So, and he's especially here lately.
Oh yeah, his last 4 starts, 3-1 with a 1.66 ERA. And the Diamondbacks really feel that Buchholz has been a big part of their success this year. I mean, he has saved him in that rotation.
Buchholz has allowed 2 hits. And for a couple of minutes, it looked like it was a good gamble made by Joe Panik. And then when the call got overturned, he was called out. It didn't look so good anymore. So the count to Goldschmidt is 3-1. And Bumgarner's not very happy about that last call.
Well, think about his last at bat when he had a couple of wide strikes called against him here. I mean, he wants that same width on his strike zone too, especially against a leadoff guy with power like Goldschmidt.
And it's a leadoff walk. First walk allowed by Bumgarner. And Eduardo Escobar comes up now.
It's amazing how one pitch can make such a huge difference. And the difference between a 2-2 count, a 3-1 count. And that's a big difference, especially to a guy with power.
Called a strike to Escobar. Right down the middle. Speaking of Jacob deGrom, he went 8 innings at Wrigley Field tonight against the Cubs and gave up 1 run with 10 strikeouts. But the game is tied at 1, going extra innings now.
Mets just cannot score any runs for Jacob deGrom.
He has an earned run average of 1.68 now for the year, and he's 8-8. That's a foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Colorado has a 2-0 lead in the 4th inning in Anaheim on the out-of-town scoreboard. McCovey Cove. Got some rowers out there. That's a foul ball.
Well, I mean, it's a great time of day to get your workout in, and it's just such a mild night tonight. Not a lot of wind. Waters are calm. But about right now, when you're starting to head back to where you started, you're thinking this was not a great idea. Looks like they lost half their crew too.
Where'd everybody go?
Well, I think they dropped off a few. Came to the game. They're sitting in the bleachers.
Two balls, 2 strikes to count to Escobar. And a soaring pop-up. Panik going out. Duggar coming in, but Panik's calling for it. 1 away. Now Steven Souza Jr. Giants nothing, Arizona nothing. We're in the 4th inning.
You know, we talked about how mild the weather is tonight and how much carry there is to the right side of this field, which is abnormal. But I mean, it's about this time of year where it starts to warm up a little bit. We haven't seen too many warm evenings, and tonight's very nice compared to the last month of nights we've had out here. It's been cool.
Out into deep right center field. McCutchen in the wide open spaces. Goldschmidt back to first. McCutcheon knew that he had a lot of room to roam on that one.
And that's the beauty. If the ball lingers a little too long going out to right center, I mean, you're going to give a couple guys a chance to take away extra bases from you. Right in the sweet spot for Andrew McCutcheon.
Off the bat of Souza at 99 miles an hour. As was the ball that Duggar hit out there. His ball went even deeper. It was caught on the warning track by Souza. Now Souza hits one in that direction. Comes up empty. Ball one to Nick Ahmed. 2 down. Goldschmidt still at first. Nothing here in the 4th inning. But you hit those same balls, maybe you hit them 108 miles an hour. That could be a different story. Not so much time if you're the outfielder going after it.
Yeah, 108 makes a difference.
Longoria. Inning over. Bumgarner coming in to chat with Adrian Johnson. Longoria will be coming up.
California, they are resilient, but unfortunately know all too well the devastation, destruction caused by natural disasters. And now more than ever, gentlemen, it is important to be prepared. So earlier today, the Giants infielder Chase Darno pitched in to help the American Red Cross and about 50 volunteers assemble 500 disaster kits for relief efforts. Every year, more than 60,000 disasters happen, and the American Red Cross is there to help. These kits provide basics like hygiene, medication, clothing, and food. It's important, and you can help. For more information, visit redcross.org/giants. John?
All right. Thanks to Amy G. As first ball swinging, Longoria hits a screamer to right, but Steven Souza, who's an excellent outfielder, caught up to it, one away.
Well, I like that approach, though. I mean, thinking right field against Buchholz. Right now, Buchholz has got a feel of about 5 different types of movement, and he's being able to locate him left and right. If you try and get long with the guy and get greedy, thinking you're going to be able to hit him out of the ballpark to your pull side, I mean, he's going to tie you up in knots. Think the opposite way, set you up better for off-speed stuff.
Ball one to Brandon Belt, who got hit by a pitch his first time.
Well, looking at that first pitch of this at bat, looked like he was aiming for his foot again.
So he missed it.
Those things are hard to miss.
1-1. The Belt with Crawford on deck. They've got the shift, the overshift on with 3 infielders to the right of second. And the foul tip, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Seems like he never throws the same speed twice.
Well, and that's how he has to get you out. I mean, it's a very effective way if you have the type of control that he has. I mean, he's just shaving the strike zone.
1-2 the count. Belt laid off that one, up out of the strike zone.
Cutting slices off a turkey.
Along the left field line. And that is Escobar in fact, I think that's Ahmed in foul ground.
It was.
So 2 down. Stream the Giants on the go this season. Once again, you can stream every NBC Sports Bay Area Giants broadcast on your desktop or mobile device. Giants games streamed on the go on the NBC Sports app. 2 down, nobody on. Brandon Crawford, who reached on an error by Ahmed.
I think he's had good swings against Buckholes.
And he rips that one. Another good swing. Souza over to cut it off, and he'll hold Crawford to a single.
You can tell when you get a guy out there like Buckholes who has so many different speeds and movements he could give you, and he doesn't really ever give the same one to you. And you watch guys take their bats against him, and you watch their back leg. Do they have balance off that backside? Are they throwing their hips into the pitch? And Brandon Crawford has been doing it all night. I mean, nothing that Buckholes is doing is working. Which means he's seeing them well.
So here's Austin Slater, who grounded into a double play his first time. 0-0, last of the 4th. Cuts over the outside for a called strike.
That cutter that moves away from Slater, you would think that that would play into his natural swing. He's an inside out guy. He's got a great right field approach.
Did he swing? Yes. Corey Blazer, first base umpire on the appeal, said that was a swing.
Quick trigger. Let's take a look. Did he go? Yeah. Good call.
So quickly behind in the count. 0-2. Crawford at first, 2 down in the inning. Along the right field line, but well back out of play to the bricks. Foul ball. Mets and Cubs are in the 10th inning, 1-1, and in the 10th with the Mets batting, rain delay at Wrigley Field. Crawford is back. It may take a while to wait out that rain delay in Chicago.
Well, if you look on the Doppler, the mother of all storms is heading through Chicago.
Just off the outside, and another appeal. First, Mathis held the ball there, wanting to know if it was a strike. Didn't get that call. So then he asked the first base umpire, who said, no, there was no swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hole open up on the right side with Goldschmidt on the bag with the runner. Second baseman Marte over toward the middle. But this is to the shortstop, Ahmed. To Marte, forcing out Crawford. And we're moving to the 5th inning now. 0-0.
Steelers last night. Brandon Crawford, a Gold Glove defensive play. Paul Goldschmidt with great speed hits him deep in the hole. We didn't think he had a chance to make the play, but hey, we never ever will doubt you again, Brandon Crawford. Backhander, and he gets his man. That's our smart play, brought to you by Northern California Ford Dealers.
Visiting from Liverpool. Wow, shot right by Longoria. First ball swinging by Marte. Man, he is explosive as a right-handed hitter, and he's got a double. And he's 2 for 2 against Bumgarner. He has the only 2 hits in the game against Bumgarner.
Well, 107 miles per hour going right past Longoria. You don't get a whole lot of time. Guy hitting 107. That's a hanger right up there above the belt. Bumgarner's given up 2 hits tonight, and both of them have come off the bat of Marte.
So here's Jeff Mathis with the pitcher. Buchholz after him. 0-0 in the 5th inning. This is the 3rd time in the first 5 innings that Arizona has gotten its leadoff man aboard. First time that the leadoff man has gotten a second to start the inning. This should get him over to 3rd. There's McCutchen near the track. And Marte will move to 3rd after the tag up. So good work there by Mathis, moving the runner up. And now Buchholz. Buchholz, who has struck out in his only at bat tonight and has 1 hit in 26 at bats this year.
And the 1 hit against Madison Bumgarner.
I don't get that.
It's baseball.
Strike 1. Bumgarner's first start of the year coming off the disabled list was in Arizona back on June the 5th. He also pitched one in Arizona August the 2nd. The infield is in. That one in there. Strike 2.
Now Buchholz took that like it's the first curveball he's ever seen. So if you're Madison Bumgarner, you've got a number of ways where you can finish him off. And he is pitching for the kill right here. He needs this strikeout. Runner at 3rd, less than 2 outs.
Well, that is the end of the at bat for Buchholz.
For a strikeout for Madison Bumgarner, all 4 have been swing and miss strike 3s.
So 2 down, and now John Jay will come up. Marte at 3rd. And an excellent save there by Nick Hundley with a fast runner over at 3rd base. Marte led off the inning with a double, took 3rd on a fly ball by Mathis. Now John Jay trying to knock him in. Jay has hit a fly ball to left center and is grounded out to 1st. Curves him for a strike. 1-1.
Not sitting off speed. He's sitting on dead red. And he does that a lot. That foot got down way quick, way quicker than the speed of the curveball, which tells you he's looking fastball. Two and one. One of the D-backs' very best right-handed hitters is on deck, A.J. Pollock. Arizona and the Giants 0-0, 5th inning. The D-backs with a great opportunity here. Now it's 3-1.
Jay has a lot of experience against Bumgarner, 32 career at-bats against him. He came into this game with a .367 lifetime average against Bumgarner, so he knows a lot about him.
Well, and Bumgarner is pitching very respectfully. I mean, he knows those numbers.
It's a walk to put runners at first and third now, and it does bring up A.J. Pollock, who has grounded out to short and flied out to deep left center. Pollock has 59 career at bats against Bumgarner. Came in hitting .281 lifetime against him. Pollock has been one of the top clutch hitters for the D-backs. Fouled out of play off to the right. Strike one.
Bumgarner taking his time.
D-backs who were shut out last night by Chris Stratton and then the Giants bullpen for the ninth inning. It's 0-0 in the fifth inning of this one, with Marte at third and Jay at first. Belt on the bag with him at first. The curve, he did not get the call on that one.
Yeah, that's one he wanted. He's pleading his case with Adrian Johnson. Bumgarner has come off the mound in the last two innings, and he has gone right to Adrian Johnson. He has had a continuous dialogue with the plate umpire for a lot of this night.
A ball and a strike to A.J. Pollock with Goldschmidt on deck. Off the outside with a curve.
Right now, Bumgarner's hot. I mean, this is one you want, of course. I mean, it would have been a big-time pitcher strike. But right now, Adrian Johnson is locked a stare on Bumgarner, and he has not moved his head.
2-1 the count. And a changeup, no swing. 3-1.
I mean, he technically has an open base, but you've also got Paul Goldschmidt on deck. And I don't know if you want to load the bases up for Goldschmidt.
Living dangerously. I mean, Goldschmidt is not just their best hitter, one of the best in the game. 3-2.
So he throws a cutter at him and pulls a string. I mean, that's the thing about his slider. It's got a lot of different personalities. It is the symbol of the baseball world. He can throw about, make it do about 7 different things. He can add and subtract speed. He can flatten it out. He can put some tilt on it.
Jay from first, ready to take off. 3-2 the count. There he goes. And he tops it foul.
Digging deep into the bag of tricks right now.
Marte, who led off the inning with a double, is at third. Jay is at first. Belt not holding against him now. Panic, the second baseman, is almost up the middle for this right-handed hitter. Bumgarner uses that cutter a lot, as you can see. Now the pick off to first. And that surprised Jay. Dave McKay, the first base coach, must have gotten his attention because he did make it back as Bell tried to sneak in behind him.
That's a timing play. A better throw, they may have had a chance. It's
3-2. There goes Jay. High in the air, right center field. Plenty of room out there for Duggar. And Bumgarner gets through it. Still nothing to nothing. Duggar will be coming up.
The San Francisco Giants may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Now the Giants, last of the 5th inning, Steven Duggar to lead off against Buchholz, who curves him for a strike.
Buchholz really has done a nice job of mixing up that first pitch.
Duggar really crushed one. A home run in many ballparks, but right out toward the 421 side in this ballpark. And he didn't hit it 421 feet. Off the outside with another curve, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. He had the similar kind of an at bat that Bumgarner just had with Pollock. The runner was at third, 2 down in the 2nd inning, and he crushed one. But after a long run, Souza caught up to it on the warning track. Right to Marte. 1 away.
Well, check out the happy hour weeknights. Greg Papa, Ray Ratto, and Kelly Johnson will bring you the happy hour on NBC Sports Bay Area and NBCSportsBayArea.com. Also available to listen live and as a podcast on NBCSportsBayArea.com. Got their orange on.
Nick Hundley grounded out to third his first time. Base hit just out of the reach of Escobar.
Kind of hooked that cutter. Cutter had a little height. That's what Nick Hundley's going to go up there and look for a mistake up. I mean, he's very good at mistakes belt high or above, and that is right in his wheelhouse. Escobar, not enough hops in his jump. He's just not on the same page with Adrian Johnson tonight. And Buchholz knows it. I mean, he's just throwing cutters off the plate. He's getting it.
He was called out on strikes on a pitch that looked to be well off the outside his last time. He shows bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, runner at first. Bumgarner had a double that drove in what proved to be the winning run at Citi Field last Thursday. That was in the 7th inning. Again, or I beg your pardon. It was earlier in the game against DeGrom in the 4th inning. Ooh, a mighty cut, but straight back to the screen.
He's upset. He had a good pitch to hit, and he knows it. And he fouls this thing straight back. Just a bit underneath it.
A ball and 2 strikes now. And he struck him out.
Changeup, and a good one. Buchholz has 2 strikeouts tonight, and both have been against Bumgarner. Good changeup with the 2-seam grip, and just breaks him down.
Bumgarner 0 for 2. And now McCutchen will come up.
Definitely trying to go to right field there. And why not? You've got the first baseman Goldschmidt holding on Hundley, and you've got every other infielder on the left side of second base. The hole on the right side of the infield is the whole right side of the infield.
McCutchen has hit a single, and he has walked in this game. A ball and a strike. Colorado still ahead 2-0 over the Angels. Meanwhile, on the out-of-town scoreboard.
Changeup velocity lowest of the season. Buchholz, that's an average of 100+ changeups thrown, 77.3 miles per hour. Alex Claudio was 70. That's the slowest thing. That's a slow pitch softball. It's amazing the statistics that they keep now. It's mind-boggling. And I think they've designed it so that everybody in the league leads the league in something.
Well, Claudio, he leads the American League. Buchholz very high here in the National League. Three and one. Joe Panik is on deck. McCutchen has 5 hits and 8 career at bats against Buchholz. He's the only current Giant who's had any kind of success. 5 hits, 8 at bats, a double and a homer, and a couple of walks on top of that, including tonight. And another walk. So that moves Hundley into scoring position with 2 down. 2 men on, and here comes Joe Panik.
Well, and Hundley doesn't have a whole lot of speed, even with a 2-out jump. I mean, he's average speed at best. And you can't expect a whole lot out of the catchers in August, especially the end of August. Best arm for the D-backs is in right field with Souza, but you've got good, accurate arms in left and in center. John Jay's got 5 assists. He's in left field, and Pollock has he doesn't have an overpowering arm, but it's an accurate arm, and it's a quick release. He can throw you out.
And he threw out Joe Panik at second base already tonight, trying to stretch a single and do a double in the 3rd. 2 on, 2 out. Change up, running off the outside, up a little bit. 1 ball, no strikes. The Panik ripped a single into center field his last time. He is 1 for 2 in the game.
Good swing. Yeah, that's another changeup. Panik was on it.
Giants nothing, Arizona nothing. We're in the last of the 5th inning. This is the 3rd hitter to come up with a runner in scoring position for the Giants tonight. Too high.
That's 3 changeups in a row. And he got away with one there. That thing had some height on it. I'm a little surprised at that call, given how Panik took that swing on the 2nd changeup up. He was on it. So Jeff Mathis is going to go out and talk about it. And sometimes pitchers can be insistent. They want to throw that pitch. There's the last one. And I don't think Mathis liked it. It may have been the scout report that off-speed Panik to death prior to the game, but the swings that Panik has had against him, I think Mathis is out there pleading his case. Mix up a few more speeds, a few more locations. Get away from the changeup, and if you throw another one, get it down.
And he's had great success with that changeup. As you can see there, 115 batting average against. He's also had pretty good success with his fastball. And that is sliced foul. 89-mile-an-hour fastball.
He was late. Look, you see 3 good changeups in a row, and you're good chance you're going to be late on a fastball that's up around 90. Even a guy with a compact swing like Panik.
Huntley at 2nd, McCutchen at 1st, both ready to take off. On contact here with 2 down. But there is Souza. So 2-man stranded for the Giants, still scoreless heading to the 6th. Goldschmidt coming up against Bumgarner. Starters. Zach Godley, a 13-game winner, goes for Arizona, and Derek Rodriguez, the rookie right-hander, goes for the Giants in 13 starts. He got a 2.3 earned run average, and really his numbers uniformly are superb. Godley, 13-7, and he certainly has pitched some very strong games and is a big winner, but the numbers not so good. That ball is just fouled off the bat. Paul Goldschmidt would be extra base hit, but it was just foul.
Well, how foul was it? That's close. If it lands in fair territory before the bag, it doesn't have to land in fair territory as it passes the bag. In the eyes of the umpire, if it goes over that base, even if it lands in foul territory, that's the fair ball.
That ball is drilled deep to center field. Off the wall. Slater comes up throwing, and he'll hold him to a single.
Gives you an idea of the arm strength of Austin Slater. And the other thing, too, he recognized he was not going to get back in time. That ball was blistered. 111 miles per hour. So he backs off, puts himself in position to get the carom, and then there's the strike. And remember, Goldschmidt can run. He's got good speed. So keeping him at first base, yeah, that's an exceptional defensive play. And it was an exceptionally hard hit ball. That was loud.
So a very hard hit and very long single. And here is Escobar. Third consecutive inning, the D-backs have gotten their leadoff man aboard against Bumgarner. And the fourth time in 6 innings the leadoff man has reached. Escobar reached on the error charge to Crawford, and that almost hit him. 2-0 the count. Escobar hit a ball very hard in the second inning off the glove of Crawford, and he was charged with an error. Escobar popped up his next time. Officially, he's 0 for 2. Switch hitter, batting right-handed. He has hit .387 coming into this game as a D-back, right-handed.
This becomes a big pitch. Escobar's got good power, and they will turn him loose on a 3-0.
Three and one.
Not that time. Like he was taken all the way.
Yeah, so look at the third base coach, Tony Perez-Chica. 3 hits now for the D-backs, 4 for the Giants. And it's a walk. Bumgarner unhappy with that call. Now 2 men on with nobody out.
You're grinding. You have a 3-1 count. And you don't want to walk somebody into scoring position. And again, that would have been a pitcher strike. We have seen that location called a strike, and I think that's what is in the mind of Bumgarner. Once you get it one time, you want it every time, especially in a 3-1 count.
Souza has popped up to second and flied out deep to right center. Shows bunt. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, I think he was doing that on his own. I don't believe Torey Lovullo would be given a bunt sign here for Souza. Simply because he's got some power. And he can hit a long fly ball to center field. Even if it gets caught, you can move runners up. So just flat out straight sacrifice him, no chance.
2-0. But Bumgarner in a tight spot for the second inning in a row here. In the 5th inning, it was a leadoff double by Marte. So now 2 men on, nobody out, and a 2-ball, no strike count to Souza. There is Duggar. Solidly hit, but it would not get down. 1 away.
Yeah, this game will make you shake your head.
Now the Giants are going to conference at the mound. Hundley went out with Goldschmidt still at second.
They're going to change some signs right now. One thing about this Diamondback team, they got a lot of experience on that bench, and they will steal signs, and they are very good at giving signs and location when they're runners at second base to that hitter in the batter's box. So you simply change up on them in the middle of the inning.
So Nick Ahmed, who has grounded into a force play and grounded out to third, 0 for 2. 0-0, 6th inning. 2 men on, 1 man out. Foul ball.
Played by that ball dude, Ben Peckner, had a big. Oh yeah. Good recipient.
Bumgarner starting ahead of Ahmed here. Marte on deck. 0-2. Foul tip. The outfield pretty much straight away. The right fielder McCutchen well off the right field line, as you would expect. One and two. Now these last two innings, so many critical pitches. Almost every pitch in both innings, with the game hanging in the balance here for Bumgarner. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, a little bit of an overthrow there. Trying to sneak it by him. He's throwing a lot of off-speed stuff. That high pitch across the letters is a good strikeout pitch for him. After a hitter's seen a lot of sliders and change-ups and curveballs. This is his chance to go out of the strike zone right here and get the strikeout. He doesn't want to get to a 3-2. Easier to strike a guy out 2-2 than it is 3-2. 1 out, 3-2 count, you've got to throw a strike. Here you don't.
Goldschmidt at second, Escobar at first. That's a base hit. Goldschmidt will stop at third. Slater to the cutoff man Longoria. Bases loaded now with 1 out.
Well, and the guy who's had the best swings against him tonight is stepping in the batter's box. Marte, a couple of hits. He has been on Bumgarner hard.
Adrian Johnson puts a new ball in play.
That ball caught a piece of the infield as it went out to the outfield. That'll put a scuff on it.
Well, Marte is a switch hitter, and he has been very potent both tonight and all year long, batting right-handed, hitting over 300 right-handed. His OPS is way over 900 right-handed. Tonight he has a single and a double. To third, Longoria home, 1. Hunter to first. Safe at first.
Oh, that's a great play from Brandon Belt to come off the bag and keep that ball from going into right field. Huntley knew he had to hurry because of the speed of Marte. And there's also speed from Goldschmidt coming down. You kind of pick that up out of the corner of your eye. You don't know if that guy's going to hit your back foot. Longoria, perfect feed and a good strike to Hundley, and a low throw and a nice dive there on the back end of it from Belt. He leaves the bag to make the play, but everybody has to hold.
So now Jeff Mathis, who has struck out and flied out. 3 men on, 2 men out. Strike 1. Mathis, a 198 hitter in his long career. He's 35 years old, but with the bases loaded, that's been a different story. There is Duggar, and Bumgarner leaves them loaded. Man, 2 grueling innings in a row. Still nothing.
last night. It is fair to say this has been a difficult season for him, but I think one thing fans would have trouble questioning, gentlemen, is Hunter's passion for the game. I had a chance to speak with him earlier today about how important it is for him to be able to contribute and to end this season on a positive note. He said he's definitely done things that he regrets, but he knows it is time to move on. He has an opportunity now to help pick up his teammates down this final stretch, and that is what he is here for. John?
It's all right, Amy. Thanks. Very interesting. The insight into the psyche of Hunter Strickland, who did get the save here last night. It wasn't easy, and he hasn't shown the same kind of stuff since coming back for the disabled list. But he was able to ride it out last night. So here's Longoria, still 0-0. Longoria has flied out to center, lined out to right. 0 for 2. And they've got the 3 infielders on the left side between second and third base. The Giants have had a lot of base runners. Buchholz has had his own tenuous moments. The Giants have put 8 runners on base in the first 5 innings against him. This is Escobar. 1 away.
Well, it's your chance to see the Mets Labor Day weekend, August 31st through September 2nd. And on Saturday, September 1st, it's Pediatric Cancer Awareness Day presented by Toyota. For the purchase of a special event ticket package, you'll watch the Giants take on the Mets, and you'll receive a Buster Posey glove statue. Go to sfgiants.com/special events for tickets. September is Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. And Buster and Kristen Posey very passionate about their work for pediatric cancer.
Curveball for ball 1 to Brandon Belt. And you guys may have already talked about this. By all accounts, it sounds like the surgery went well yesterday in Aspen. The hip surgery for Buster Posey.
And no surprises, which is good news.
2-0 the count. Little cutter off the inside. Belt has been hit by a pitch and has fouled out to the shortstop. Two and 1 now. Rockies 2, Angels 1, last of the 6th in Anaheim. Dodgers won their game 8-4 in Texas. On the out-of-town scoreboard. Bloop. Pollock gets there. He was very deep. So now Brandon Crawford will come up. Dwayne Kuiper will be coming back down the hall from the KNBR radio booth for the 7th inning. Where do you go?
I'm going to sit right here.
Okay, so you're staying.
This is me
right.
all night.
Why don't you just come over maybe for an inning or two on the radio side?
I'll see you in the 13th.
Called a strike to Crawford. Bob Bradley right next door in the Arizona TV booth.
Best catcher I ever threw to. He's a good one.
To Escobar. And that's all for the Giants. A quick inning there for Clay Buchholz. Dwayne Kuiper back with you in the 7th.
Toyota dealer, as advertised, you had 2 hot pitchers coming into tonight's ball game, and they have been very good. Buchholz for the D-backs, just 4 hits in 6 innings. Bumgarner, 4 hits in 6 innings. And it is no score as we head to the top of the 7th. And once again, here is my pal and partner, Dwayne Kuiper.
All right, Mike, it's Buchholz to lead things off. Buchholz is 0 for 2. And he looks at a strike. 2 strikeouts.
I mean, a couple of really tough innings in the 5th and 6th for Bumgarner, but pitch count still pretty low.
1 and 2. Top of the order on deck, that would be John Jay. 2 and 2. 88 pitches for Bumgarner. The 2-2. 3 and 2.
Yeah, the fact that Buchholz are getting 6 pitches out of it makes it a good at bat for him. They set the outside target. This is a breaking ball, goes on the inside part of the play. If they set up on that side, they'd have got the pitch.
Got him. Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the San Francisco Giants. Into your X1 voice remote, and you can get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. Here's John Jay. Jay in this game is 0 for 2. He drew a walk in the 5th inning. And he starts him off with a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. With A.J. Pollock to follow. Swing. You're going to miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Now you have a good fastball and you get into your 92nd pitches. Your guy's got a 1-0 count. He's seen you for 3 at bats and you can throw in by him.
And it'll be fouled through the coaching box. It's 1 and 2.
Doesn't happen very much anymore where a pitcher will see a hitter 4 times in the same game.
Yeah.
Giants this year, they have no complete games.
Out of play. Club level. Maybe suite level. One and 2. Down the right field line. Foul. When that left Bumgarner's hand, I thought it was going to hit John Jay.
Guy making a play, making some friends. Psyched.
Gramps is not impressed.
No. He's concentrating on a 7th inning snack.
Hit to left where Slater's got plenty of room. And he dropped it. And now he kicks it around, and headed to third is Jay, and he's going to make it. That'll be a 3-base error on Slater.
Wow. So now if you're Bumgarner, you say, all right, I'm going to pitch through it. But this is a tough one. I mean, you're looking out the crack of the bat. Bumgarner's got that out already established, but now you slip and fall, and it's bad enough to drop it, but then you kick it away. Instead of a man at first or second, now there's a runner at third and less than 2 outs. I mean, he just almost whiffs on it.
And now the Giants have to bring the infield in with Pollock at the plate. And it's wide. Now you hope you get a ground ball hit right at somebody on the infield.
Pop up, comeback, or strikeout. I mean, you've got good speed with Jay at third base, so a medium fly ball is going to score him. But Bumgarner's pitching for one thing. He's pitching to strike him out.
To the back foot. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
And very quickly, with 98 pitches under the belt of Madison Bumgarner, Sam Dyson heading down to the pen.
Two 2-0 to Pollock. 3-0 to Pollock. I think he's got a plan.
Yeah, they're grinding inning here, as every pitch means so much. With a runner at third and 1 out.
So it's 3-1 to Pollock. And the walk.
And Bumgarner going to take a walk.
Well, one of the hardest balls hit in this game was the single that Goldschmidt had off the wall in the 6th inning.
Goldschmidt has hit into 5 double plays this year. Hasn't hit into many.
And a strike, and it's 0-1. At third, Jay. At first, Pollock. Popped him up. 2 down.
As good as a strikeout.
So not out of the woods yet. Here's Escobar. Escobar reached on an error in the 2nd, popped out in the 4th, drew a walk in the 6th.
He likes the first pitch. Just a bit low. At this point in the game, you want anything you can get if you're Madison Bumgarner. That's just a little bit too low for Adrian Johnson.
Foul. And that evens the count.
.105 pitches into it. 3rd inning in a row, high stress.
1-2.
to bring a tired arm back to life when they get on their feet.
Runner goes, swinging a shot up the middle. Panic's got it. He sets and throws, and that'll end the inning. And that's a nice play by Joe Panic. And Slater's new best friend, Madison Bumgarner. It's 0-0.
Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. By Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV. And by Kelly Moore Paints. Go where the pros go. Kelly Moore, the painter's paint store.
Here's the pitch to Slater, and he takes a breaking ball inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Next pitch will be number 80 for Buchholz. Plenty of gas left in the tank.
And a base hit for Slater to open up the 7th.
Well, you know he was grinding after that error.
He did get a bum hug, though.
Well, Madison Bumgarner picked him up. Hey, way to pick me up, bum. Sorry.
Yeah, it was either that outcome or pinch your head off outcome.
It could go either way, but he got himself a base hit to start things off here for Bumgarner. There's his night. 107 pitches, which means he's probably done for the night. 4 hits allowed, 4 walks.
Here's Duggar. Duggar had 1 good at bat in the 2nd when he almost popped one way out into Triple's alley, but the right fielder Souza ran it down.
Pretty good speed with Slater at first base. Very good speed with Duggar in the box.
Hundley on deck.
Now don't get picked off, kid.
1 gaff, a homestand. That's what you're good for if you're a rook.
Well, he used it up in the defensive side of this inning.
Way out in front, and that's the one that is going to get you if you're a young hitter.
I mean, you show bunt on the first pitch and you get a ball. Now you're thinking fastball on that 1-0. And Buchholz not giving into it. Throws a 1-0 changeup and a good one.
Well, he's got a 2.2 ERA for a reason.
In the last 4 starts, it's been 1.6.
One and two.
Another changeup. That's the pitch that makes you think. And he's running through the Rolodex right now, figuring out ways and methods to try and compete against that pitch.
So see what he gets. 1 and 2. High. 2 and 2.
Just a show me fastball. Little eye wash. Do it in an area where he couldn't really hurt him.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Duggar trying to get Slater to second, trying to get him to third, trying to knock him in.
They check the runner here.
This is what Buckholz is doing, is catching a breather.
Well, I think Torey Lovullo wants to let Slater know that they haven't forgotten him.
Two and 2.
So there, another changeup after the eye wash fastball. And Duggar's thinking that ball hasn't been called a strike all night long. That's a hot pitch, and he's got a pretty good point. Right now, the Giants dugout's letting Adrian Johnson have it. You hate to see a location and a pitch called a strike late in the game when it hasn't been called. I mean, you can't fault Duggar simply because that strike has not been established. Hadn't been called.
Here's Hundley. Hundley singled in the 5th. Hunter Pence is on deck. Hundley pops this one. Shallow right field. Souza's coming in. He'll make the catch. 2 outs.
Take a look at Joe Panik as he spears the ground ball that ends the inning. And Bumgarner, for the 3rd inning in a row, walks the tightrope.
So we're going to get a delay in the action.
Mike Butcher, the pitching coach for the D-backs, going to come out and talk it over.
Pence with a pinch hit home run off of Matt Moore on this homestand.
Second time in his career he's done that.
Pence has only faced Buckholz once in his career. He's 0 for 1. So Pence trying to knock in Slater. One ball and no strikes.
Buckholz right away, throwing that cutter off the plate away. They know that Pence will go after pitches that are wide away. So he throws a cutter on the first pitch, and then he brings 2-seam movement coming back to the strike zone to even the count. Away. Looking for a hanger.
Down low, blocked by Mathis. 2 balls and 1 strike. Slater at first. He opened up the inning with a base hit.
Changeup, and it freezes him. Boy, he'll throw that changeup anytime. This is throwing it after a slow curveball. And basically, they're 2 off-speed pitches, 2 slow-speeded off-speed pitches.
So 2-2 to Pence. Popped him up. Souza. And that'll end the inning. 8th inning coming up.
Brought to you by T-Mobile, and Madison Bumgarner had quite an eventful 7th inning as Austin Slater with 1 out drops a ball, then kicks it around. John Jay gets to 3rd with 1 out, then he pops up Goldschmidt, and then Escobar hits a 2-hopper and Panic spears it. And when the inning was all said and done, Bumgarner puts up another 0, and Austin Slater says, "Thank you, big fella, for picking me up. Nobody's going to ever remember that error." And that's our Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So Bumgarner gets a workout for 7 shutout innings, and now it's Sam Dyson who will take the ball for the 63rd time this year. And it'll be interesting to see what type of mechanics he has coming into tonight's ball game. He had a little bit of a sputter in his last outing, and he's been doing some extra work to try and get back to that good feel. When he's right, you see a mid-90s sinker, curveball, slider, and a changeup.
So here's Souza. No balls and 1 strike.
And that's what he's looking for right there. He's looking for that velocity, that type of movement.
On deck, Nick Ahmed and then Marte. And that pitch is down low to even the count.
He'll like that. I mean, if you're going to miss down below the strike zone. What he was doing in his last outing, it was flying the front shoulder, and he was missing a lot of pitches inside to a righty. And he was not able to make the correction to get back in the strike zone.
One ball and 1 strike. One and 2.
It's great. You always look at the star, the centerpiece of a lineup, and what his mannerisms are in the batter's box. And Paul Goldschmidt's got a mannerism where he, like Buster Posey, will drop that bat behind his back. And then you look at his new teammates that come over. Do they pick up some of his characteristics? And Souza's got a little Goldschmidt going.
Yeah, he does. Got him.
Nasty.
Let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, guys, it's a pretty intense game. Let's lighten it up just for a minute. It's the Ask Amy G segment. Tonight's question comes from authentic fan Slim French. You got to love that name. They would like to know, what are some of the restaurants on the road that are looked forward to most? So, of course, I went to Madison Bumgarner. This will be no surprise. He likes steak, Slim French. He likes Steak 44 in Arizona, and he enjoys a prime rib at Fort Charles in New York. Hunter Pence, he likes to go home to eat in Houston. He enjoys Underbelly for dinner and Blacksmith for breakfast. And Reyes Maranta, he really enjoys Oregano's Italian restaurant in Arizona. If you have a question for a player or a coach, tweet it to me at AmyGGiants, hashtag AskAmyG. Gentlemen?
Not one guy with the Grand Slam breakfast. Unbelievable.
Well, how things have changed in this world of baseball.
Goodness. Are you kidding me? Ahmed is 1 for 3. And he takes a ball. 1 ball and no strike.
I didn't hear any Big Mac surf and turfs either. That was a big meal on the minor league circuit. When you're on a bus ride, you stopped at McDonald's and you got the surf and turf, Big Mac and a fillet of fish.
Here's the 1-1. Up the middle. Crawford can't get to it.
Well, Giants coverage is not over after the postgame show. You can join Grant Liffman and Grant Brisby as they talk about the game on Giants Outsiders tonight after postgame live.
So Marte, 2 for 3. Ahmed's got 4 steals. He's been thrown out 4 times. One ball and no strikes. Marte had a chance to give the Diamondbacks the lead in the 6th with bases loaded and 1 out. Here he pops one out to Slater, and he's going to get a little mock cheer.
That's right. You have to be able to laugh at yourself in this wonderful game. You just do.
I mean, you know when that ball is coming down what you're going to hear.
Well, he's getting a standing ovation from the fans in the bleachers in left field. Yeah, you have to laugh at yourself. It's part of it.
Peralta is going to hit. Peralta hitting for Mathis. The Diamondbacks carry 3 catchers, so they can hit for catchers all day long. Pitches down low. Peralta's having a good year. He's hitting over 300, and the Giants held him to an 0 for 4 last night. And he was coming in a hot hitter. He's still a hot hitter. But Stratton did a good job with him.
Oh, he's had one of the best months in Diamondback franchise history.
There's a strike to even the count.
Good numbers as a pinch hitter. You hit over 250, you're one of the elite pinch hitters, and he's hitting 302.
Hit into right center field, and Duggar's got to cut it off, and he does. And now they're going to come home, and the throw is high, and they got him! Ahmed ran right through the stop sign at third, and Hundley put on the tag. How about that?
Great play from Duggar. And Crawford a bit surprised that he was going to go. A little bit of a double clutch, a high throw, and look at Hundley going up high and putting it on him.
App. You get Giants home screen icons, features such as MLB.tv, game of the day, pitch tracking, and a lot more. Download MLB at Bat today. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and auto service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Archie Bradley coming in for the 63rd time this year. 63 strikeouts and 61 2/3. And for Bradley, I mean, you're going to see a power fastball that goes mid to high 90s. So this guy could give you 4 different looks, but I mean, for the most part, you're going to see a fastball. Former starter can give you a curveball, slider, and a changeup, but he thinks number 1.
Panic on deck. 1-2. Breaking ball hit well into center field, but in the park to Pollock. 1 out. And here's Panic.
Will Smith, a couple days off, ready for duty. He will pitch the 9th inning, no matter what.
Joe Panic is 1 for 3. Here he takes inside, 1 ball and no strikes. So 2-0. Longoria is on deck. Hey, I'll give him the green light.
Why not?
Not that pitch, though.
Not on that one. That's a pretty good 3-0 pitch right there. 95-mile-an-hour paint, knee high, outside corner. Pick your cap.
Three and 2. And the walk. So it's fun to watch the relays when they work, and this would work.
Well, there's the play right here for Duggar to get to that ball quickly and then get it in the hands of Brandon Crawford. And in the end, it really wasn't close. Crawford really, I think, a bit surprised that they took him on. But Huntley going up, using that hinge glove, putting it in the sweet spot, dropping the tag on. That's the big leagues.
Here's Longoria. Down low, 1-0. Belt to follow.
I think Nick Ahmed, the runner at first base, I think he just identified that that's going to be my chance to score.
Two and 0.
Bradley likes to pitch away when he's got to make a get it in pitch. He likes that side of the plate late in the ball game.
You know,
and he misses inside.
Gives an idea where they want to pitch Longoria.
Well, he's got to throw a strike now. You don't want to walk somebody into scoring position after already walking a guy to get on first.
Right down the chute. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. He took that one. He may not take the next one if he likes it.
Well, he's going to sit on the fastball and he's going to try and leave earth. And that's a mistake.
Here's the last pitch. This is what it looked like.
96 right at the top of the strike zone you have on your screen. A little too high, a little too far outside for Adrian Johnson. So once again, Mike Butcher going to come out. And the Giants are going to pinch run. Case Darno and Joe Panic.
By the way, Here's your Belt Bradley matchup.
All right, let me hear it.
1 for 11.
Yeah.
With 5 strikeouts. So I know what you think.
He's due.
He's due. So Belt, who in this game is 0 for 2. And if you're Brandon Belt, you have to be looking for one pitch.
Yeah, he's really due in a lot of different ways. But he is not going to help you out. Got a very good eye. Belt came off the DL 2 weeks ago. And since that time, he's got an 8 for 45 going. So he is due in a lot of different ways.
Two and 0.
If you're thinking of any other pitch other than the fastball, you're fooling yourself. Sit on a fastball. Look in, look out, pick your side.
Cheat.
And get started.
Cheat a little bit to get her started. Foul back. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's Crawford on deck. And there's Chafin getting loose.
He's already had 1 hump, so he's not going to take long to get ready. Tried to come back, up and in. Belt spit on it.
So 3-1 to Belt. Darno and Longoria are your base runners.
And that is a perfect pitch at 97 on the 3-1 count. So you tip your cap and be thankful it's not a 2-strike count when you see this one, because that is nasty.
Yeah, and you just hope that he can't back it up. So 3-2. High into right center field. It'll be Darno tagging. And that'll put Darno at third with Crawford coming up. And now the D-backs have to make a decision. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up and brake experts. against Crawford.
New pitcher now for the Diamondbacks is going to be Andrew Chafin. 63rd time that he has come in. It's been a very solid season for Arizona. 31 hits in 42 2/3. You're going to see a fastball that's low to mid-90s and a hard slider, occasional changeup just to let the scouts know he still has one, but basically fastball, slider.
And if you're Darno at third, be alert.
Be alert.
Not a lot of distance between home plate. No balls and 1 strike.
94. They set an outside target. Winds up being a perfect pitch above the hands on the inside corner. Let's see what Brandon Crawford has done lifetime. 5 for 13 with a double.
Runner goes. The D-backs don't care. It's a stolen base for Longoria. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Crawford goes around. It's 1-2.
Pretty good job right there by John Ryan Murphy to block that ball and then keep it out in front. Good speed with Chase Darno. As that ball kicked away, I mean, he had an idea, but if you hesitate at all, you're lost. Go back.
Darno at third, Longoria at second. Another block. It's 2-2. This happened on June 6th. As Crawford signaled in the winning run.
And it was a hard slider about knee high. Had some height to it.
So here's round 2. Slowly hit foul.
He heated him up on the hands at 95. An open base here for Chafin. So, I mean, he can stay on the corners or below the strike zone with that slider with Crawford. If he walks him, no big deal.
So Chafin taking a walk. It's 2-2. Chafin ready. Here's the 2-2. Crawford rolls it foul. Fastball in, slider away.
Yeah, that slider had a little height to it. Those are the ones that can bite you if you're a pitcher.
Two and two.
Another great block from Murphy. And we saw the pitch that Crawford beat Chafin with, a breaking ball that was up, and you know Chafin remembers it. But you have to feel like you could throw that breaking ball down in the dirt with a runner at third base, and that is absolute textbook perfect blocking abilities there by Murphy. Use that chest protector as your glove, and he center cut it.
So it's 3-2. Slowly hit, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the ninth. It remains 0-0.
The home of the authentic fan.
It's a 0-0 ball game. We have a new pitcher. We have a new pinch hitter. Will Smith is the new pitcher. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
So a couple days off, and Will Smith checking into this inning. The 46th time he's appeared in a game. 61 strikeouts for Smith in 44 innings.
And Walker takes inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Darno is now at second base. And the pitch to Walker. Foul back. He's got a healthy rip.
Now he's got power.
On the year, he's 5 for 24. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. It's 1-2.
Will Smith threw that fastball right through him at the knees.
And a little pop-up that Darno said, I got this one, and he does. 1 out. So here's John Jay. These two guys faced each other enough in the American League Central. Enough where Will Smith against John Jay 0 for 7 with 5 strikeouts.
That's ownage.
2 down. That last throw that Smith should make, they should count that as a pitch.
Ball kind of got on him a little bit. But then the pitch that he threw over to Brandon Belt, that was the best fastball he's had in a month. All right, I got this one. Here we go. Woo! Be ready. And that's how quickly it got on him. Almost he snow coned it.
Here's Pollock. Pollock hits a high fly ball down the right field line, but it's going to slice out of play. McCutcheon not exactly playing Pollock towards the line.
No, he's protecting the triples alley out in right center.
For the Giants in the bottom of this inning, it'll be Slater, Duggar, and Hundley. So 2 outs and an 0-1 count to A.J. Pollock. Down low.
Ziegler will come in if it stays tied. Boxberger, the closer, will come in if the Diamondbacks do lead this inning. That's such a good curveball. He's got 2 different types of breaking balls, a slider and a curveball. I mean, they both can make you swing and miss, but that curveball, when he gets it going, he can tell you it's coming.
One and 2. And he fouls this one over by the Giants on deck circle. $11 hits in the game. The D-backs with 6, the Giants with 5. And that doesn't really indicate the number of scoring opportunities both teams have had. Pollock pokes it out of play. It stays at 1 and 2. Here's the 1-2. Foul on the ground. Not a problem.
Ben Peckner, I mean, he's had like 8 plays tonight. And he's done pretty well. It's like 5 for 8. Mike, not as busy.
1 and 2. On the ground to Longoria. Side retired. Giants would like to send everybody home. Slater's going to lead things off.
third and final game of this 3-game set with the Diamondbacks. You see right here on NBC Sports Bay Area, an hour-long pregame show starts at 6. Also streaming live on the NBC Sports app. So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and NBCSportsBayArea.com.
Ziegler's the new pitcher when it's time for a change. Thanks Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Brad Ziegler, 67th time that he has come in. His year started out in Miami. He came over to the Diamondbacks. Summer weenie guy, fastball mid-90s, or mid-80s rather. Flat slider and a changeup.
Here's Duggar as he takes a strike. Like that Slater. This is the type of guy that Slater's going to hit one right over the first base bag. Low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Slater does have a hit in this game. He singled up the middle in the 7th. He's 1 for 3. Chopped to Ahmed. 1 out. And here's Duggar.
Well, it was Duggar who basically broke the hearts of the Diamondbacks in last night's ball game. Giants won that ball game 2-0. And it was Duggar who hit his second home run of the year, first one ever here at AT&T. A 2-run homer. That was the difference in the game.
So here he's at the plate with nobody on and 1 out. And he takes low.
For Ziegler, who has 61 1/3 innings on the year, he's given up 7 home runs. That's a lot for a summer weenie guy.
Two and 0.
McCunley chalking up. Now, the one thing Ziegler does not want to do is walk speed.
Yeah, this could be walking yourself right into a double. And Ziegler acting like I can throw a strike anytime I want to.
Well, and a perfect strike.
Not that time.
And that was an easy take. 5th walk that Diamondback pitching has issued the Giants. 3 of them have come in the last inning of the 3rd.
Hundley singled in the 5th. Hanson's on deck. And a strike. It's 0-1.
Ziegler pretty quick out of the stretch. I mean, he's going to give John Ryan Murphy a chance to throw out Duggar if he tries to throw to steal. Murphy does not have the same type of arm that Jeff Mathis, who started this game catching, has.
Duggar had a late break and he decided to put on the brakes, which was probably smart.
Take a look at the jump. Just sort of a bluff.
Pitch is low. I mean, look, that's what Ziegler wants you to swing at.
It's exactly the one he wants you to swing at, because even if you make contact, the chance you're going to beat it into the ground.
Base hit, left center field. Look at Duggar go. He's going to put on the brakes, and now the throw to second, and he's back in time.
Ooh, that was close.
Is he all right?
I don't know.
He's not. Did he get his arm caught underneath? I think he did.
Boy, he took a huge turn.
I'm saying he got his arm kind of stuck when he was going back. No. Popped his shoulder, huh?
Yeah, shoulder. And this could be, it could be a dislocation.
Yeah. So they're going to help Duggar up.
Well, that's a good sign right there.
I hope that's the shoulder that he hurt.
It is the shoulder
and
that
not
he
the
hurt.
other one.
It's the left arm. I mean, now he just, the way he moved that, I don't think it's dislocated or separated. It could just be jammed. I mean, he may stay in the game.
You know, there's also a time when you're looking at the replay, did he come off the bag?
Well, I'm sure the Diamondbacks are looking at that too.
I thought he was going to go.
I did too.
And when he put on the brakes, you could see the mark. The mark is halfway in between. So that's where he jammed it. You know, the thing that Eric Ortega is going to try to tell Bruce Bochy and Duggar, look, we want to get you inside so we can do something to it. You know, get some ice on it. And Duggar's going, I can ice when I'm 50.
Well, yeah, and I still have great speed, and I'm in scoring position.
I mean, you and I still ice.
Yeah, we do.
With something in it.
You know, we don't use a whole bag. We just use 1 or 2 cubes now. John Jay has got 5 assists on the year. I mean, I see what you mean. Diamondbacks did not question the play.
So they announce Hansen, and they'd rather have Hansen hit right-handed, so we got a pitching change. it's going to be Gorky Hernandez who's going to hit for Hansen. So
Jake,
Bruce Bochy will burn a couple of guys in this at bat.
Going for it. Jake Diekman, the new pitcher now for Arizona. 57th time that he has come in. Started out the season with the Texas Rangers. Came over on a trade to the D-backs. Hard thrower. You're going to see mid to high 90s. And he's got a crossover step from a low 3/4 release. He's a little funky, and he's got a hard slider. But he can get a wild hair up his nose. Great stuff, but not always able to command it.
Stay alive on the bases. Here's Gorky Hernandez. And he lines one to left. Here comes Duggar. This game is over. Gorky Hernandez with one swing of the bat. And he says, bring it on. I want to celebrate. I don't blame him.
Well, not waiting around. Getting after the first pitch in the strike zone that he saw. And for the second night in a row, the Giants shut out the Diamondbacks, and that is not a hanger. He goes down and gets it, hooks it into left field, and John Jay in left field never had a chance.
So the Giants win their 4th straight. They are going to now knock the D-backs out of first place by themselves. But right now, nobody cares about that. They care about this nice win. Final score, Giants 1, D-backs nothing. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. The Giants post-game live presented by Toyota, which starts right now.